The U.S. imports most of its furniture from countries facing steep new tariffs like Vietnam and China. But there's a manufacturing hub right in southwest Dallas where 700 employees are working hard right now. We just spoke with American Leather's CEO about her incredible journey and where the company goes from here. You wouldn't know it watching her on the factory floor.
¿Cómo estamos? Bien, ¿y ustedes?
But a workplace conflict nearly made Veronica Schnitzier's break down and cry.
And I was 23, young Colombian, right, girl, which is not very common in manufacturing. And the maintenance manager was giving me a heck of a time.
But that was a turning point when her boss and mentor delivered some tough love.
He goes, tomorrow you're gonna leave the nice lady at home and you're gonna bring the bee here. Can you do that for me and get this thing done? And I said, okay. And the next day, I was like, we're gonna get this done now.
Some of that toughness was forged in Medellin. What was it like growing up in Colombia?
So when I was a kid, it's when the war with, the cartels in Colombia started.
And none more powerful than Pablo Escobar.
When I was 9, I was on my bike with my friend somewhere, and he was right literally on the corner drinking beer with his friends. Everybody knew who he was.
And got caught up in the violence around him.
I was getting ready to go rollerblading, and all of a sudden you just hear this insane sound and all the windows of the house just blow up everywhere.
A bomb exploded at a home nearby as Colombia was engulfed in the drug war. How did that business impact your own family?
Chris, so my dad became a cocaine addict when I was 4 years old.
It led to her parents splitting up and her father living on the street.
I remember seeing my dad on a corner one time being in the car with one of my friends asking for money. And he looked at me and I looked at him. We didn't say anything and I was ashamed. I was maybe 12. And I just didn't want to tell my friend that that was my dad, right?
Now, his story doesn't end how you might think. And hers
making sure that we check everything that needs to be done.
Continues to evolve, running a $150 million business.
We only start manufacturing product when the consumer orders it.
American Leather uses Japanese lean manufacturing methods to make high-end custom furniture for retailers like Bloomingdale's, Our House, and Room and Board.
From order date to shipping out of the factory, we commit to 3 weeks or less. And people ask us, like, how? It's engineering. Manufacturing, I always say, is like a symphony. It's having the right instruments play at the right time.
And these are her cellos, flutes, and trombones. But even with all the efficiencies, without tariffs, American Leather struggled to compete with cheap foreign labor.
What's challenges is prices still in the United States are much higher compared to things brought from China or Vietnam or even Mexico. So people want to buy American, but the price is still challenging.
Given the current climate with tariffs and trade, how much of an advantage is it to be made in America?
It's a huge advantage. Today, even, we have a very low dependency in raw materials overseas.
And Schnitzier's is pushing the company in new directions, like its current focus on interior design.
There's a tremendous community here in Dallas. And I can guarantee you out of 10 designers, maybe 2 would know that American Leather exists, and 1 maybe would know that it exists in Dallas.
Veronica Schnitzier's is married now with a daughter of her own. And her dad, he got clean, became an accountant, and remarried her mom. And the young woman who arrived in America with $500 is now president of a company that produces up to 500 furniture pieces every day.
Sometimes I just don't even believe all the things that have happened and all the amazing things that I have been able to do here. So I feel incredibly blessed.